I posted a thing on my threads yesterday about how BPD people are emotional narcissists. It pissed them off. Would you believe it? Probably most likely because I'm not validating their pain like they require everyone else to be. Newsflash, just because you have an over-enunciated surplus of emotions does not mean you're an empath. Actually, BPD people are highly skilled at using their emotions as coercion, manipulation, and psychological emotional abuse tactics to get others to do what they want out of self-pity and pain. And then they hear stuff like this and get all mad because, oh my God, just because their narcissistic parents didn't validate their feelings, therefore everybody else has to. Would you believe it? Just because you're not a mental narcissist, you're the opposite. You're an emotional narcissist. BPD is actually, I've seen reels of this is the opposite of narcissism. No, it's the opposite of a mental narcissist. Instead of it being a personality type of disorder thing, you guys now have an emotional and mood disorder, narcissistic emotional coercion disorder, because your parents didn't validate your needs 24/7. So because your pain and feelings never mattered, now they matter the most and everybody must validate you or fuck you because you're just like my parents. Now, where's the fucking lie in that? There ain't one. Y'all not ready to hear that yet. I said it on threads on a BPD's person's post. Look, I had BPD, you guys, and I healed from it. Just like I had alcoholism, and I'm healing from that. Just like I had anorexia, and I'm healing from that. Mental diagnoses and things that you struggle with are not a life sentence. Healing from it starts with a simple word, looking at that diagnosis in your corner and going, no, I'm not letting you derail me today. No, I'm not going to pick up a bottle today. No, I am going to eat today. Like, you guys, it's hard, yeah, but you can't be expecting every person on the planet to validate your emotions 24/7 just because your parents didn't. That's not fair to anyone, and frankly, that is not their responsibility. I've had people say, oh, sounds like you know nothing of BPD. Yeah, I do. That's why I'm so harsh on it. I had it, and I pretty much ruined a lot of good people's lives because all I cared about was my trauma and people validating my pain and trauma because my parents and other people never did. Then I realized, oh, hey, I'm doing exactly what my parents are doing, just not in a mind format, not in a play perfect format, in a really destructive and self-sabotaging format. I'm doing the exact same thing. I don't want to do that. It's been 4 years since that realization. My healing's still going, but y'all, if you are uncomfortable with the fact that I am correct, because I'm probably going to get all these comments, and I did on threads of everybody going, they were so offended. I said, thank you y'all for proving me absolutely forthright correct. You're so offended because I did not validate your pain, that your parents didn't, that you now require everybody else to validate. Hard truth, but it is the fucking truth because I lived that path. I lived it. Y'all do not have the right to use your emotional your emotions as weaponized forms of combat against other people. And when a stable person stands strong on that and says, no, y'all get really violent. I had a BPD person who, she had some issues. She had a trauma episode and she's been doing it. She did it for like several months with me. And finally I was like, no, this is stupid. She goes, oh, you're threatening my intelligence, and proceeds to basically floored me into the floor. Wouldn't let me leave the room. There was a lot of issues with it. I filed a restraining order courts didn't go through. BPD people have no sense of self-awareness. Do not get BPD confused with autism. They are two very, very different things. BPD and autism look similar. The difference is that, autistic people are able to take accountability and have that self-awareness of what they did wrong. BPD people aren't. They can play the pity card, so it may look like they do take accountability, not at their core. All that matters is getting what they want through emotional means of coercion. But y'all ain't ready to hear it that. Thank you.